Hello everyone, so the transfer window, when you're watching this, will be closed, and we finally know now the Wolves business. Almost, there is some other little bits with other regions, particularly Turkey, closing their transfer window late, but in this video I'm going to talk about the whole window, a summary of it. Is it good, is it bad? I'll rate it, what I think it is out of 10. And just talk about a couple of the individual deals, because it's been a bit of a dramatic day today for Wolves. One of the main stories with the Strand Larsen stuff. So
Hello everyone, if you could please like the video and please subscribe. I'm after 15,000 subscribers by the end of the calendar year, and it really helps the channel with the algorithm. Cheers.
So also, I just want to say as well, everyone calls this the winter window now because obviously it's closed on the 2nd of February and not the 31st of January as it used to always do. But the reason it closed on the 2nd of February is because the 31st landed on a weekend this year and they moved it just to help for normal working hours for people at clubs. So that clears that one up. But let's go through the ins and outs as it stands as I record this. So, of course, out, Marshall Monetzi on loan to Paris FC, Fer Lopez on loan to Celta Vigo, Kayana Hoover on loan to Sheffield United, Alfie Pond to Crewe on loan, Fletcher Holman sold to Swindon, Camden Voice sold to Cardiff, Temple Ojanaka on loan to Shrewsbury, Traoré on loan to Barnsley, and Strand Larsen, of course, for 48 million to Crystal Palace, which was all up in the air. So today, as I just referred to, Mateta's deal to AC Milan fell through, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, does that mean we're not going to get? They're not going to buy Strand Larsen off us?" But he'd already passed his medical at that stage, and then everyone was like, "Oh no, will this affect the Armstrong deal as well? Because we're not receiving money in." But no, those deals were always going ahead despite the Mateta drama, and that was a good news, wasn't it? So yeah, all done. And of course, let's go on the ins now after that drama of the out of Strand Larsen, which is the biggest story today. So Pedro Lima returned from a loan at Porto. Hugh Bin came in, the Chinese player. Where have you been all my life? Can't wait for the songs for him if he does break into the team, although he looks like he's going to go out on loan. Dapu Analopo, a young kid, obviously from Bromley. Angel Gomes with a loan with an option to buy, which is important because people were saying, well, is the option if we stay up? No, the option is just if we want him in the summer. But if he has a really good end to the season with us, maybe there'll be Premier League takers then. So we'll see what happens with that Angel Gomes one. But I think it's a great deal, a great signing for Wolves. That, you've got to be said. Hats off to the club for that one. And of course, Adam Armstrong for 9 million, 7 million plus 2 million in add-ons from Southampton. Again, people have been debating that signing. I think it's a great bit of business from Wolves looking ahead to the Championship. His goal record speaks for itself in that league. Yes, he struggled in the Premier League, but we're buying him for the future. We also, in other news, we did go in for Che Adams. That was legit, that source I spoke about the other day. He wants to move to England and wanted to move to England, but Torino rejected Wolves' approach for him. I think it's in and around 8 million we were going to offer for him, so we may go back in for him in the summer, maybe. Che Adams, so we'll see what happens with that one. But Wolves, you know, it took a while, but things started to really pick up right at the deadline the last few days in this Jan window. Also, at time of recording, Agbadou, it's not official that he's gone to Besiktas, but a lot of reports are saying over in Turkey that Besiktas have now agreed with Wolves to pay a €17 million fee, which is around £15 million, but they're still negotiating on the extra fee of around €1 million to pay for his former clubs. They're deciding who's going to pay that between the two clubs, and that's been a real big point of contention throughout the last week or so with the Besiktas Agbadou deal. But the Turkish window actually shuts on Friday, February 6th. So if that don't go through tonight, it might have gone through at time when you're watching this, but at the time of recording it hasn't. But over the next few days, that could still go through. Besiktas could be getting Agbadou off us. Also, another link that we spoke about throughout the window, Calvin Phillips, who was tipped to go on loan to Wolves, we were interested. He's actually gone on loan to Sheffield United in the end. And of course, another link a few weeks ago was Mehmeti, who signed for Ipswich Town. Now, just quickly before I go on to rate this transfer window for Wolves, I just want to bring up a good tweet someone put on. I'm sorry, I don't know who did the original tweet, but it was really good. They put down the total sales in the Fosun era. So Jota 38.7 million, Gibbs White 25.5, Nunes 53.7, Neves 47.6, Collins 23.3, Neto 52 million, Kilman 41.2, Cunha 64.3, 8 Nori 31.9, Silva 19.5, Strand Larsen 48 million. So yeah, that takes it up to 615.6 million Fosun have brought in for those particular players. So yeah, that's a lot of money received. We have spent money as well though. Obviously we spent a lot of money in the summer just gone, despite bringing a lot in for Aït-Nouri and Cunha, etc., and Fabio Silva. But we did spend it terribly. Now that's the thing we've got to do. Matt Jackson did say to us at that meeting, I keep referring to it, we're looking for championship ready-made players with a lot of sprinkled quality and Premier League quality in and around those players. So the Armstrong deal, there we go, there's one of them. Obviously we were linked with Che Adams. Angel Gomes is that bit of Prem quality who could come up with us if he is with us in the Championship. So that's the motto, because if we do go back up, we want the majority of the squad to still be with us when we do bounce back, if we do bounce back, because obviously it's easier said than done to bounce back in the Championship. But let's rate this window out of 10. For me, it ended okay. Like, obviously it picked up a lot. I think the fantastic money we received for Strand Larsen's got to be applauded. That's a lot considering he's only got one Premier League goal. The Angel Gomes loan to buy thing is fantastic. It surprised me, that one, actually. That's really good business. Armstrong is decent. Obviously it splits opinion. And obviously the loans out of Fair Lopez, Manetzi, who is a lot of damage that was done in the summer, getting rid of a few of them, and obviously some more players that come in the summer probably will leave the summer coming up. So for me, I'll give it a 7 out of 10. If we'd have got Che Adams as well, it may have gone up to an 8. Maybe if we'd have sold one of João Gomes or Andre, just to get some more money in for players that we know are definitely going to go. Maybe I'd have nudged it up a bit more, but I'm going to stick with a 7 out of 10. But let me know what you think on this deadline day of Wolves Jan window and how you think the squad's looking right now. I think, you know, he's put a bit of life into it, this new blood coming in. Hopefully we can have a good FA Cup run, and hopefully we can still have a good we can have a good end as much as we can the Premier League season, beating Derby's record and things like that, and stay competitive. Yeah, thank you for watching. Please like the video, please subscribe, and I'll catch you next video.